Hello and welcome to another reading vlog. Last reading vlog I posted, it was all about the Shadowhunters and my continuous reread of them leading up to the Cassandra Clare signing that I'm going to for Queen of Air and Darkness, and now that's on Wednesday because today is Saturday, December 15th. So the signing is so soon, and I'm definitely not going to be caught up with Lord of Shadows by the time that the signing rolls around, so I mean, hopefully there's no spoilers said at the signing, but I don't know, and if there are, like, I'll just deal with it. It will only minimally affect my enjoyment of the series because I've been spoiled for a bunch of things before and I've still loved books that I've been spoiled for, so you know what, at the end of the day, it's okay. I started Tales from the Shadowhunters Academy on December 8th, which was like last weekend, I believe I started this book, and I just finished it today, and I have so many feelings about it. I'm not gonna say right off the bat who this book focuses around, but it's one of my favorite characters, and I ended up giving this 5 stars. And it's a short story collection, and usually I do not give short story collections 5 stars. I find that they're like cute little snippets of stories, but I hate that there's like a disconnect. There's not an overall character development, overall plot, overall growth. And with this book, I found that even though it was divided up into little stories that took place in various points of time, and we also got snippets of the past for hints to the lost hours and hints of the future and the dark artifices, it still focused on the overall character development of one character in particular, and I found that that weaved the story together very well, and it kind of made it more cohesive than a normal short story collection, and so I almost found that I was enjoying this just as much as a regular book. The ending was kind of heartbreaking and I'm really sad, but I'm so excited to finally be getting to the dark artifices. I bought this book for my birthday in like April, so I'm so excited to finally read it. Lady Midnight, here we go. I'm starting it later today, and oh my goodness, I am just so excited because we've seen snippets of Emma Blackthorne and of Julian Blackthorne and Emma Carstairs in City of Heavenly Fire, and also Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. They made a few appearances, and I just think that there's a lot of commentary on how the Shadowhunters are not a perfect organization. There's a lot of corruption, a lot of almost racism towards the downworlder species, and I think it's a really good lens to discuss kind of racism and politics through this Shadowhunter world, and I think it will have some commentary on real life issues, which I always think is important, and I think fantasy can be a really good vehicle to examine those things because it takes you out of your known world and your known prejudices. Like, people aren't normally going to think of fairies as something to be prejudiced against because they don't exist in our world, so it's almost like it serves as a metaphor, but a metaphor that may be more relatable to people that can't view themselves outside of their own prejudices and discriminations. But yes, very excited for this. I need Emma and Julian, and I need to know their story now that they're going to be 17 in this book. I'm very intrigued by the fairy element. I love the Blackthorne family from what I've seen of them so far. Ty, I believe that it is hinted to that he is autistic, and I'm very excited to see how an autistic character plays out in the Shadowhunter world, and I just cannot wait. I'm just so excited, and I've decided that this time around I'm going to fully annotate this book. So usually I've just been tabbing and like I will underline some things, but I didn't underline a lot in this. I did underline a few lines, which I will point out because they're not anything spoilery. I just thought that they were really funny. Oh yeah, in one of the stories that focuses on Magnus and Alec, they were talking about like celebrity names like Bradgelina, and someone is like, obviously you would call them Malik. So I underlined it and said Malik with a heart because I love Malik. Okay, this is a spoiler. I'll put a spoiler warning. There was a line, and Simon refers to Jem Carstairs, who is apparently as old as his wife, Tessa Gray. I'm sorry, when did they get married, and why was this just dropped here in the middle? Like, I need some sort of short story explanation for this wedding. You can't just say that they're married and like with like no sort of like, I just need to know how this occurred. I mean, we have the epilogue to Clockwork Princess and also the epilogue to the epilogue, which is on Cassandra Clare's Tumblr, and it's all smut and it's great, but you can't just say that and not. I was so distressed when I read that. I texted Melissa right away and I'm like, what the hell? And she's like, I know. And yeah, we're easily emotionally distressed by Shadowhunters. Anyways, Spoiler over. This line really got me. Any New Yorker confronted with bad pizza will mentally return home for at least a few moments. I had to underline that because I'm from New York and I have been confronted with bad pizza in the various places that I've lived, and it is so true. There is no pizza like your hometown New York pizza place. There was also a part that mentioned Long Island, and I'm from Long Island, so I underlined that because I'm like, ah, Long Island. Anyways, yes, I'm fully going to annotate Lady Midnight. So I have my supplies. I have these fine liner Stedladder Brilliant Color pens. I will put a link to them in the description below. I also have these tabs that I got on Amazon. I will link them below because they're the best. You can get them in like packs of 10, which is great. And I never made a video on my annotation system, but basically I'm going to be doing pink for love / relationship moments, orange for cute friendship moments, yellow for shocked or really important. Usually it's like my oh shit tab, so whenever I'm reading it in my head, I'm like, oh shit, yellow tab. Green is for foreshadowing. Blue is for anything that makes me emotional, sad, angry, any sort of emotion. Dark purple is for important plot points, and light purple is for important character development. And I also have to think of what books I'm going to bring to the Cassandra Clare signing. So this book has a Cassandra Clare stamp in it already. It just came like that, and I believe at the signing you get your Queen of Air and Darkness book personalized, but the other books are just like signed. So like it would kind of be pointless to get this one signed. Also, my Clockwork Prince book is signed because I went to a Cassandra Clare signing years ago. So I need to think through on which books I'm going to bring. And of course, Melissa's going to be here in a few days, and we're just going to talk about all of our Shadowhunters things. Yeah, I'm really excited. I love everything Shadowhunters. I'm trash for Shadowhunters. Oh, how can I forget? The cover for Chain of Gold came out, and I watched the premiere video on Poland and Bananas Books channel, and when they revealed that cover, my jaw literally dropped and I gasped. I was like, I remember I was so tired. I wanted to go to sleep, but I had to stay awake to see this cover reveal, and oh my god, it is so stunning. And the woman on the cover is Cordelia Carstairs, and she's half Middle Eastern, and they used a POC model who is Middle Eastern for the cover, and I just thought that that was fantastic. And I love the color palette of it. Like, it's very much like lighter wintry type tones, whereas the Infernal Devices was very like dark grays and purples, and the Dark Artifices is very like dark blacks, blues. So I'm excited for a lighter color palette, and I know it's just gonna look so amazing. Honestly, people say that Cassandra Clare is going to write novels about Chairman Meow's 35th great granddaughter cat that Magnus Bane is taken care of in 2048, and there'd be a whole trilogy about it, and I'd freaking read it because I just love all these books. But I also feel like each of these series are nuanced enough and different enough from each other. Like, they're not always following the same characters. It's in the same world, but they have like different things that are going on. They take place in different time periods, and so I find that it's just really immersive. It doesn't feel repetitive to me. I think that each series is varied enough from each other while still having this overall world that makes it fun, but not boring. So yes, very, very excited to read this. Today is the day of the Cassandra Clare signing, and we're so excited. And in preparation, we have rune tattoos that we are going to put on. Let's see, reading update. I'm on page 190 of Lady Midnight, so hopefully there are no spoilers at this event. Otherwise, I will cry.
I'm halfway through the Bane Chronicles. I haven't even started Lady Midnight yet.
Yeah, but you did read Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy.
I did, yes.
So you like only have that book. Let us begin the process. I think we're going to start with the clairvoyant rune on our hands.
No, it said to have a friend do it so I don't twist my skin, so thank God you're here. You think it'll last the full 3 weeks?
On your hand? Definitely not.
You think I should go to work with it?
That looks so good.
Look at that. Yes.
These are good quality.
These are nice, yeah.
Oh my god. They look so good.
What is gift?
I don't know. Like, we don't have to use it.
What is gift? Like, can I give you this rune for Christmas?
I already gave you that rune for Christmas.
Yes, look at this. It's the Parabate.
And I have one too.
And it has our birthstones on it. Like, how freaking cool. That's my gift.
You have 2
Ooh, I can do foresight on my forearm.
Okay.
Yes.
You also have 2 forearms, you know.
Oh. That is true.
Tattoo party.
This is what you do when you don't have real tattoos and you're scared of needles. These are like really like stark black. They're really nice.
Oh, that looks so good.
Maybe I will get a real tattoo. These look good. Wow. We're going all out on the arms.
Where else are we gonna put them?
No, on your legs. I'm kidding.
Under my pants.
Under your stockings. Stockings. I sound like an 80-year-old woman.
Under your petticoats.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. It's a towel. I don't want to get skirts soaking wet.
My petticoats.
Your petticoats. And piracy.
Wow. Oh my god. These are like real runes.
Remember when you drew like the stars all over yourself?
Yeah. That's fun.
That was cute. That looked really good.
This is like maybe the only good thing to come out of the movie. The fact that they have tattoos.
The merch. Yeah. Is that like too like risque?
No.
Am I like showing my collarbones too much?
Did you take the plastic off of it?
No. I feel like I'm like, I pledge allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to Raziel.
The law is hard, but it is the law.
Said Lex, during Lex. We are so nerdy.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah. So good. Okay.
Wow, I love that. And I love how it's like partially covered by like my sweater, so like looks like I'm a real shadow hunter.
We are here in the Boston Common on our trek to Cassandra Clare signing. It's so pretty. And we're about to go to the Boston Public Library. So excited!
How do you research fairy? Like source book? Like do you go under like a bridge? What are you doing?
I mean, I wouldn't advise going under bridges and looking for someone there and being like, can you help me out?
I mean, fair
You can try if you want.
I was thinking of,
Valiant, like little troll that lives under the bridge?
Yes.
Sure. I mean, well, there's a ton of source material because fairies are a sort of cross-cultural mythological creatures. Fairies are part of folklore, which means that they're stories that people kind of tell each other. They're not stories of, gods and mythology. They're sort of what they would say common, stories of the common folk, like you would, that they're household suspicions and superstitions. You would leave a bowl of milk out for the brownies so that they don't, poltergeist around your house and mess things up. And, there's always legends of so-and-so in the village and he was taken away by the fairies and, there's such and such place you can go and see fairies and whatnot. So what I like about them is that, the belief in fairies was sort of woven into the way people lived for hundreds of years. So there are great compilations and collections of fairy stories that you can research.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Friday, December 21st, and in case you didn't notice, my hair is a lot shorter now. I am still getting used to it, but it's so light and fluffy, and I'm excited to have something new because my long hair was just starting to annoy me. So, but it is a little drastic and a little scary at first, but I'm getting used to it. I don't know. Anyways, I am now in Florida, back in my old bedroom. If you've been around for a while, then you recognize it. I am continuing on with Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. I'm currently on page 291 and things are really heating up. I'm getting very invested in this story. I did go to the Cassandra Clare signing with Melissa the other day and it was amazing except for the part when one of the moderators gave away spoilers for the whole series. And I understand. I knew something bad happened at the end of Lord of Shadows and I went to the signing knowing that I was probably going to be spoiled for it. And I kind of made peace with that and I figured it would be worth it. And I did get spoiled for it and it's okay. I have gotten spoiled for tons of major things in series before and it's never really taken away from my enjoyment of reading them because you still don't know how you get to that point, right? It's part of the journey there that makes the story what it is. I'm not someone that gets discouraged easily by spoilers, but this one moderator was so rude and spoiled all of Queen of Air and Darkness, even though I mean, it's not I know, everything that happens in Queen of Air and Darkness, but I know, a large chunk that, was not in the description. And I feel like it was just a poor choice on the moderator's part. I've been deciding before, and like, yeah, there's mild spoilers. You kind of like know that you could get those going into it, but usually authors try and be very good about spoilers, and this moderator just kept asking questions, and the first time she did say it was a spoiler, and then after that she kept inserting little comments and saying things that were very spoilery, and to me, like, I could tell the audience felt uncomfortable when she said things that were major spoilers, because you heard like all the wrestling and people being uncomfortable. And that was a little disappointing, but I could tell that Cassandra Clare was trying her best to like damage control that and like not say any names when she was talking about the situation, answering the question, when it was like the questions kept coming and it didn't like end with the one question that they asked. So annoyed, but at the end of the day, it's a book series. I'm still going to enjoy reading it, even if I know bits and pieces of what happens. It is something that I would rather have not had happen, but I knew I didn't read fast enough to be finished with the series by the time Sunday came around. So, you know, it is what it is. I just feel like it was over the line of what was acceptable in terms of spoiling the audience who was getting the book on the way out the door of the Q&A session or in the discussion session. I just felt like you should definitely, the book has only been out for 2 weeks. Not everyone has had a chance to read it. Most people probably bought their tickets, and like with your ticket came the book. So some people are probably waiting till the signing to read the book, and I just think it's so rude. It's been over 2 weeks. Not everyone can have a chance to read it in that time. Maybe people are in the middle of it because they read slow, they don't have time to read. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's not like the book has been out for a year. Like Lord of Shadows has been out for a year. I feel like that's like okay, kind of fair game. That's my mini rant. But I do finally have my OWLCRATE box. I'm gonna unbox it here just casually in my vlog because this is something I purchased on my phone. Ooh, a little crinkly thing. And I had OWLCRATE in like May. I got 2 boxes and I liked them, but I just couldn't really keep up with it. So I canceled, and now I saw that there was going to be a reading journal in this box. So I was like, you wanna know what? I might as well buy it because like I'm gonna treat myself. And I think I may try a Fairyloot subscription. I may ask for it for Christmas, so we'll see. But in the meantime, here's my little OWLCRATE unboxing. All right, let's open this bad boy up. Moment of truth. Thought I could open it. Ooh, this one's kind of heavy. Dun 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 dun. Ooh, ooh. This is the spoiler card, and it's Power Evolutions. I really like the artwork on this. Very cool. Oh my, there's so many crinkly things. Oh my god, a bookish candle? I have been wanting a bookish candle for forever. And this one is the Lunar Queen by Flick the Wick. I've been wanting a Flick the Wick candle for a long time. Obviously Queen Lavanna from Cinder, or the Lunar Chronicles, and it's blackberries, vanilla, and fresh greenery. Whoa, I love that. I have a very specific scent of candle that I like. It needs to be fresh and light. Like, I can't do anything heavy, but oh my god, it smells like the best lip gloss ever. Kind of like that light fruity scent, but whoa. This is making me want to go on Flick the Wick and buy like 10,000 more candles because this is so cute, and I can put it on my bookshelf right next to the Lunar Chronicles, and I love the smell. Okay, what's next? A magnet. It's cool. I can put it on my fridge, and it says, "We lead strange lives, chasing our dreams around from place to place." With a pony. I don't know what that's from. And it's from Ink and Wonder Designs, and it's inspired by the Night Circus. So this makes sense, it's very circusy. Ooh, a necklace? Amber and Dusk gem necklace. Ooh. This is so pretty. It's a topaz. It's nice and simple. I love costume jewelry, so I'm into this. Oh, that's so nice. I'm gonna put it on. Ooh, I like it. OWLCRATE exclusive from Juniper and Ivy Designs. Imagine it shall be, there are no limits, and it looks Russian. I believe that this is from Juniper and Ivy Designs, and it's from the Crowns game, which is something that I have been meaning to look into. Oh, very nice. Okay, what's next? Tote bag. Oh, this is cool. Gold shimmered no matter what, but few people could make darkness glitter the way he did. Oh, I don't have like any bookish tote bags besides like one I got at BookCon, so this is cool because it is a very nice design. I like it. You know, tote bags always come in handy, so I'm gonna use more of those. And this is the item that I've been looking most forward to. Magical Monthly Reading Planner. Amazing. It's so cute. This is the reason why I ordered this. Oh my god. And it's from Blue Star Press, but it has owls in it. Oh my god. Favorite books. Oh, and you can say the month and put like reading plans. New releases this month. Monthly TBR. Book review. Oh my god. This is the cutest freaking thing ever. I'm so excited to use this. I'm gonna use the heck out of this. And this is gonna come actually so in handy for filming wrap-ups button that you get every month, which is just from the spoiler card. And we have a exclusive excerpt of King of Fools, which is on sale April 30th. And this book is Amber and Dusk, which I actually have not heard of, so very cool, but that looks Russian. Oh, and this is like the gem that's on the necklace. That's cool that they tied those together. Okay, I'm gonna go read by the tree and hang out with my family and just enjoy all things Christmassy. Hello, it's December 23rd. Happy Christmas Eve, and this is just a casual update from my bed because I'm lazy. And I'm reading Lady Midnight. I'm a big chunk into this guy. I'm on page 511, so I'm like pretty close to the end. I think I'm gonna finish this and start Lord of Shadows. Ooh, actually, let me do like what I brought my Home for the Holidays TBR. The first thing that I brought back with me is An Illustrated History of Notable Shadowhunters and Denizens of the Downworld by Cassandra Clare, illustrated by Cassandra Jean, because I actually love having this as reference on hand for the characters. I brought home a lot of stuff, so Lady Midnight, when I finish it, is going to be my 99th book of the year, so hopefully I can finish another book and hit 100 books, but just in case I don't, Lord of Shadows is long, I brought 2 really short books that can be read in a day, and that is The Mortal Instruments, book 1, the graphic novel. So this is like half of City of Bones, and this is book 2, the other half of City of Bones. And I've been trying to get more into graphic novels, so I feel like a graphic novelization of one of my favorite books. Well, City of Bones really isn't like my favorite book in the series. I don't think that the series gets good until City of Glass, but I think a graphic novel would like improve the story. So, and I just like love the artwork. This shows what the Shadowhunter gear looks like, which I think is so helpful because like I've just been picturing leather jackets and like leather pants, and this actually makes more sense because it's like fighting gear. After Lady Midnight, I really just want to finish the Dark Artifices while I'm home and just kind of speed through them because I'm so excited about them. So next we have Lord of Shadows, which is a big chunker as well. One, I don't even want to look, but like it's big. And what's cool about this, guys, it comes with illustrations. I'm not looking at any words. I just want to see the pictures. So like here's some tree. So I love that it has pictures within. That's amazing. But it's signed, it says for Katie, and then Cece, and like that's her signature. But you know, homegirl's got to sign a lot of books, so don't have time for a fancy signature. I also brought The Cruel Prince because I'm about to do my reread where I annotate it, and then we will be doing a live show. Very excited to reread and annotate the heck out of this and then talk about it, and then get The Wicked King and also talk about that on a live show. It's gonna be my first live show that I'll be like participating in as a person, not just as like a chat, but like as a video thing. And I'm very excited because I had heard mixed things on this book and I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it when I read it, and I freaking loved it. So I'm very excited to reread, love it again, and now like annotate everything that I love about it. And last but not least, I brought Onyx and Ivory by Mindy Arnett, which the lovely Madison Mary at Princess of Paperback sent me for my Amazon wishlist, and she said it was like her favorite book of the year, and so that just off the bat made me very excited to read. And last but not least, I also have Amber and Dusk by Lyra Celine, And this actually, the summary, I like haven't heard anything about it before I got in the box, but the summary really intrigued me. So yeah, I think I might read it because like, why not? I have it. And if I get through all of that, then I will treat myself to more books, but I don't think I'm gonna get through all those because they're big books. One of the things that Cassandra Clare talked about at her signing that I really enjoyed hearing about was how she makes her character really interesting, because one of the things about all these books is like, if her characters were not distinct, all these books would just get so repetitive and boring, but they're not, because all of the characters are different. And the thing about Julian that's really intriguing is she said he seemed like this really gentle guy, like he takes care of all of his siblings, he loves them, he protects them, but he's also ruthless and a liar. And it's so interesting to see that character contradiction within them, because it just makes for a really interesting character, right? Because humans are complex, we all have our own contradictions within us. So I am really enjoying that aspect, and I liked hearing about the way that she creates her characters and builds them and stuff like that. Oh, she confirmed that Ty has autism, which I thought from like the first time he was introduced on the page in City of Heavenly Fire, and they were like, oh, like Ty's a little different, he won't look people in the eye, and right away I was like, oh, like he's autistic. And I really like seeing how that is played out in a world where autism isn't something that's understood or recognized, right? Like Nephilim separated from medicine because they just have runes to heal everything, but they're still human, right? So it's not like they are exempt from all these things, and also talking about mental illness and like how Shadowhunters don't really understand that. So again, it's really interesting to observe modern day issues through the lens of like this made up species, made up like world. She also says that she like takes aspects of classic books and reworks them into Shadowhunters books. Like Tale from Two Cities was mentioned as Tessa's favorite book in the Infernal Devices all the time. She said like she didn't base it wasn't an exact retelling, right? Because that would be boring. But she took the themes and the elements that she liked most from those classics and spun it into the Infernal Devices. I'm not sure which one The Dark Artifices is, but I do know that The Last Hours is going to be more based on Great Expectations. And I'm not sure if she did it for The Mortal Instruments or The Dark Artifices, because those take place in present day. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm buddy reading this with Lucy over at Crescent Pages, so make sure you check out her book, and she's been so lovely to read this with, and it's nice because she's already read it, so I can like scream with her about things that happened, even if I'm ahead of her in the book. And I'm still waiting for Melissa, my real life friend that I'm reading this with, to start Lady Midnight. Melissa, if you're watching this and you still haven't started Lady Midnight, what are you doing with your life? Please start it. It's so good. But if you have, keep on reading, please. It's amazing. Okay, bye guys. See you in the next clip. Hello everyone, it's Christmas Eve, and I just want to say the context for what you are about to see is that my sister told my parents that she wants us to get another dog. We already have one. And I told my dad I wanted to go to Disney while I was home this week, and he told us both that we had to make presentations and give them on Christmas Eve in order to convince them. So I'm about to give my presentation. Okay. Why would I go to Disney? Can someone turn down the volume? Why we should go to Disney World? Creating happy family memories. Oh my god. Look at how happy we are. Christmas lights. There's nothing like the magical feeling of being in Disney when there is holiday spirit in the air. This is a picture from 1 year ago today. This is the only location on planet Earth where I will have my picture taken without complaining. Wait, look at that smiling face. Sometimes. When the kids are away in jail, Mom and Dad will play in Disney. Mickey-shaped food items. As you can see here, we have the waffles. that we truly
those are
enjoyed
good.
in our vacation many years ago. Some lollipops, a pretzel,
I never saw those
and
there.
ice cream. We got those ice creams last time. Star Wars is owned by Disney. See here many images of your favorite Star Wars characters. Do not underestimate the power of the dark side, which I will use to convince you to take us to Disney. What a perfect way to get in the mood for a yearly Star Wars marathon. With all of our favorite Star Wars characters. You'll remember this as the day we almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow on our favorite ride. Every girl wants to feel like a princess. Welcome to my crib. My friends, my princess friends.
Yes.
Daddy and his queen. Daddy
That's good.
So many cute and cuddly characters. Stitch and Pooh. Tigger and Olaf. Olaf on the beach. Bambi and Thumper. Flounder, Baby Simba. Piglet. An excuse to wear the expensive ears again. Look at us, smiling and happy in our ears. Me in my ears. In conclusion, we will have an amazing time if we go to Disney, and thus, we should. Thank you for attending my presentation today. Okay, so last night I finished Lady Midnight and I ended up giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was so incredibly clever and it did a lot of clever things in terms of literary devices and different ways that old literature was weaved within. So like the poem Annabel Lee plays a pretty big part in this book and I love the way that it was weaved into the story. I thought it was so clever and I don't think Cassandra Clare has ever done anything like that. And I started Lord of Shadows and I opened it up. So yesterday I was saying how like she tends to base her books on older things, so I think that this series must have obviously been inspired by the Edgar Allan Poe poems, but this one has a poem in the beginning of it called Dreamland by Edgar Allan Poe, which I think is referring to the courts of fairy. Hello, it's December 26th and I'm bored. So, and I've been reading Lord of Shadows and I don't want to read through it too quickly, although let's be real, I'll probably finish it tonight because I'm currently on page 430. I like don't want it to be over though because it's so good. Hello, so if you saw earlier in the vlog my PowerPoint, it worked because I'm going to Disney today, so I'm just getting ready and I'm with my sister, waiting for her to get ready. Yeah, and I have been continuing to read Lord of Shadows and I'm on page 556 and I was going to finish it last night and then I got distracted planning Disney and I had to go to bed early because I had to be up early in the morning. So I didn't get much done, but maybe I'll finish it today, but I'll also be tired. And then I need to take a break and read The Cruel Prince because I have a live show for that coming up. I'm so excited, it's my first ever live show. And then I'm going to Disney, so see you later. Can you see?
Upsilon-class shuttle pursuer delivering Captain Phasma and troops from the finalizer. Landing in quadrant 52589. Prepare to debark. Cutting ion subway engines. Retracting upper stabilizer.
Leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. At once you start down the dark path. Forever will it dominate your destiny. Consume you, it will.
Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force.
The power of the dark side. Join me. It is your destiny.
R2-D2, where are you? My goodness. Yes, Alton. It's coming off the main line like a cow. Just we get back to fixing that lady. You're gonna see destiny. You're gonna bend me. Everybody ready to sing along?
Hello, it's December 29th and I have not read any more Lord of Shadows. I am still only on page 556. I went to Disney yesterday, I got home and I crashed. I was so tired and I really want to finish this one soon so that it can be my 100th book of the year and then I can say I've read 100 books in 2019. But I just wanted to mention a few of the cool things I've gotten in the past few days. When I went to Barnes & Noble the other day, I was like, I'm not gonna buy anything. I bought something. I got this Hedwig Funko Pop because it's Hedwig. And then yesterday, I have been starting a pin collection. Pins are actually a big thing at Disney. Like a lot of people will trade pins. I don't like have like the lanyard or anything like that. I want to just display them. But every time I've been going now, I've been getting pins. So I got 2 pins. I absolutely love Star Wars. So I got this one with R2-D2 and the little porgs because I love these porgs and the wings move. So cute. I'm obsessed with it. And then I also got a Disney one and I got Stitch with the bra on his head because it's like the best scene from Lilo and Stitch. I love Lilo and Stitch growing up. I like love Stitch. I have a Stitch Funko Pop and so I'm so happy to have a Stitch pin and I love getting these pins whenever we go to Disney. I'm excited and I'm looking forward to like expanding my Disney pin collection because they're so much fun. Hello, it's Sunday, December 30th, and it's my last day in Florida, and I just finished Lord of Shadows like 3 minutes ago. What? Even? Oh my god, this book, this ending, I was spoiled for the ending, but I was spoiled for the ending, but I'm still shocked. Like, the last 2 pages, just, I'm feeling so many emotions right now. Obviously this is 5 stars and I just cannot believe what happened. Crazy. And to wrap up what I read this week, or the last 2 weeks, I read Lady Midnight. I went to the Cassandra Clare signing, which was awesome. I also went to Disney. So it was a pretty eventful 2 weeks and it was Christmas and I read Lord of Shadows. I definitely thought that I was going to get more reading done while I was home, but these are 2 gigantic books so I really can't complain. And that's it for this reading vlog. It was very eventful. I will hopefully be doing another reading vlog for my experience. Oh, I also forgot to say I've been buddy reading The Dark Artifices with Lucy from Crescent Pages and it's been so much fun to have someone to talk to about it, and we actually just both finished Lord of Shadows at like the same time. And we're just sending gifs of sobbing to each other because the ending is just so crazy. It's insane. But yeah, that is that for this reading vlog. I'm going to be back with another reading vlog for Queen of Air and Darkness, because how can I not vlog my experience reading that book, because it's going, I don't know what's gonna happen, but wow, I need it. Have some fun, read some books, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.